guys, back at it with another prelude video. I know it's been a while since I worked on this. Finally gonna be doing something I've been wanting to do on it for a while. You guys know I've been working on this car for quite a while, man. Done a lot of things on this car. Doesn't really look like it though, but it looks like a real clean stock prelude. But today going to be working on the interior. I'm going to be switching out the steering wheel. You guys can see this steering wheel is nasty, man. A couple of times I've been wanting to take a picture of my interior, you know, throw it on the gram, throw it on Snapchat, whatever, because it's real clean, but that steering wheel is what ruins it. It's gotten worse and worse over the years. It's just peeling just from the sun beating up on it. And so going to be doing that, and as well going to be deleting the airbags and the whole airbag SRS system. First thing I'm going to do is disconnect the battery just so we don't have any problems with the airbag and no mishaps. It's time to get rid of this ugly looking steering wheel. To take it off, you gotta pop off the plastic piece over here so you get to the airbag. There's a bolt, a Torx bolt, and then you gotta pop off a little tab side piece on the side over here, and then in the bottom you could get a little panel off to disconnect the airbag, but that's not really necessary. You just got to get to these sides, and then this center piece will come off, and then you'll be able to take off the steering wheel. So let's get right into it. Now I gotta get the steering column. Now I'm gonna get rid of the SRS reel right here. So I only broke one clip, and at least I didn't break this whole plastic piece, but it's a little bit tricky and a little bit sketchy taking it out. But you just gotta lift it from the bottom, and once you have the bottom kind of lifted, you just kind of pull it out towards you and just hope that you didn't break any clips. Alright, so now I ripped out the whole dash. Everything is completely taken out. You know, I didn't break anything. I've taken out plenty of dashes before, so I pretty much know what I'm doing here. But that was pretty easy. Really, if I'm doing it by myself, you know, I'm pretty familiar with what's going on. I'll have the dash out in like 10 minutes. I'm going to be doing is, like I said, I'm going to be deleting the airbag, and as well we're going to be changing out the steering wheel So I'm going to be deleting the whole SRS system. So that's going to be deleting this whole wiring, the yellow wire. That's the SRS system. That's going to be the electrical, and then there's going to be a ECU box underneath here that we're going to take out. So I'm just going to start taking out the wiring. Alright, so now I got the wiring out of the way. Now just need to get to the SRS unit. There it is right there. Oh, how well you guys could see. So now the SRS system is completely out. Took out all the little plastic clips with the zip tie on them. Just took those out complete. And then no more computer for the SRS in there. Everything's completely gone. The only thing left that you might be able to see is there's a plug over here. Actually, if you see it right there, that yellow one with some writing on there. That's the only one for the SRS unit. But everything else looks very nice in here. I did dust off of the bar. There's some dust over the years, you know, just dirt and dust start to get up underneath. But everything's real clean. You could eat off it basically. I already took off the bolts because I did put them back so I didn't lose them. Took off the bolts for the dash. I'm gonna get ready to put the dash back up in here. Went ahead and cleaned the underside of the dash again because of that dust and dirt that gets underneath over the years. Pretty sure that has never been taken off before in the Prelude. So now I'm just gonna set it back on inside and we'll start bolting it back in. Now before I start bolting the dash on up, you gotta make sure you get all the wiring inside or the wiring on. And so there's some plugs back here. There's like 3 plugs. Put them in, a brown plug, and then like 2 other gray plugs. And then you gotta plug up these 2, the switches. Now and here you got some other plugs. It's gonna be connected to this one, this main one. So the brown one with the brown, plugged up in the back. So everything is plugged up in there. I added the harness for the radio, and then the only other plug that has to be put in is right here, and this just goes into the actual fuse box. And so now the whole dash is plugged up. Could start bolting everything down and throw the steering column back on up here so it's not just hanging.
Play dead, made that.
Silky beef.
Dash is all bolted up. I do have the glove box onto here, and so now I need to put this portion on up here. But of course I'm not putting the airbag back in, just going to be putting the top cover. So here is the airbag, and the top cover comes right off. There's some hooks down here if you guys could see them. Just got to make sure it's down, pull out. Might need to get something just so the concrete doesn't hit it. Pull on out. Boom. And then right there is the airbag. There it is right there. And so this will just go right onto the dash. See? Just clip right in. Just like anything else, won't be able to tell it's the actual airbag is not there. So there it is. Just the top cover right here. Just gonna go right on. Just as if it was there. See how it just snaps right in? You know, of course it's not gonna rattle or nothing. No one's ever gonna pop it off. You could kind of tell that it's a little soft, but that's about it. Alright, so now going to put the turn signal stock with the wiper control on there. I put some fresh lithium grease on there, some white lithium grease, and so it should be nice and smooth now. You could just undo the little clips back here and pop it off. There's a spring that comes out with it. Just clean it out, put some new grease in there, be nice and smooth. So this just screws right in, but you gotta plug it up. Alright guys, so there you have it. That is how to delete your SRS system. The last thing I forgot to mention is that you want to take out the light bulb for the SRS on the actual cluster. You know, now there's nothing at all to be read for the light to be off. So just take out that light and it's going to be a complete SRS airbag delete. So there it is. It's pretty easy. You really don't even have to take off the dash, but I took it off. It's a lot more easier. You know, you just see the wire right then and there and able to work on it. So it's really not hard to take off the dash. So if you want to go ahead and do that, you know, don't feel scared to do so. Just go ahead and follow my steps. I basically showed you every bolt that you need to get. Just kind of look over your work and it should come off real easy. Don't go ahead and just try to rip it off. But that's going to be it for part 1, guys. Catch me on part 2. Going to be doing some more work onto the Prelude. I'll catch you there.